Alright. On this episode of What's Niggling Me, we'll talk about the hearings and we'll save Shabbat for later. But it's very interesting. The Shabbat clan will take you all around the world. South America.
Sneaky things all around the world.
It's crazy. It's super confusing too, like because it's a totally different world than we have ever been around. For the leader of Argentina to all of a sudden be a devout Jewish man is very weird. But you hated Elizabeth. You weren't a fan. You weren't a fan of Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, for the RFK one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a fucking cunt. I can tell right away.
I know some real fucking bitches and cocksuckers on that fucking.
Definitely a very liberal cunt.
Oh, gross.
Ron Johnson.
Senator Ron Johnson. I wonder if I put him in my notes. I got a lot of notes.
I was working, so I just could write the name down, kind of.
Ooh, the beginning of, was it, see, I watched this Tulsi one, so what notes are on, for what? What notes are for what? Jeez, I got a bajillion notes. Look at me putting a bunch of stuff in here, and I'm unsure in my notes what they even mean.
Yeah, good.
Huh?
Yeah, good.
Fuck. Where's my RFK ones? China. Isolating viruses. Tom Cotton. It's got to be this one. But why would he... That would be a Tulsi one, no? Was Tom Cotton for Tulsi right at the beginning?
Yeah.
I think so. So that means I watched the RFK one before. What's the date on this thing? January 27th. January 28th. What day am I looking at? What day did RFK do that thing? His first hearing thing.
27th, 8th?
I'm unsure.
Oh, great notes.
Yeah, I don't even got notes on the RFK hearing. I probably have a couple screenshots, but I remember a ton of it. But the biggest jackass of all of them is Senator Wyden. That fucking.
I have his name on here.
Oh, that cocksucker from Oregon, bro. He was brutal.
That's a black guy, right?
Nope. He looks. What? Senator Wyden looks like. Almost like you remember the movie Saw? Hey?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear you. The movie Saw, the main guy, when he's sick with cancer. That's what Senator Wyden looks like. I think you're covering your mic.
No way. I'm on my headphones.
It was sounding faint.
Still?
Not right now.
Senator Wyden.
W-Y DEN.
No, I wrote it down on paper. I put his name fucking down. I wrote it on the paper. Yeah, that guy's a fucking mob, bro. You guy looks like he's got fucking something bad going on.
Oh man, I had to look him up, and he's from Oregon, but I was like, damn, this guy definitely is a LGBTQ plus IA, something like
Yeah,
that.
no, it was a weird.
He sounds like it, but then oh my god, what a fucking jackass! Both Tulsi and RFK's.
I can't wait to see Chelsea give it to him.
Bro, Tulsi's a pro. After watching RFK and then watching Tulsi, I'm like, she's a pro. And then did you hear Kurt bring that book up to Joe, the manual about how to do that, how to delay? Basically, I knew right from the beginning of Tulsi's thing. I was like, damn, she knows how to, because they all have 5 minutes, eh? I was like, she knows how to kill your 5 minutes. That's what I noticed right away. I was like, she knows how to kill your time and bullshit. Because she was in Congress, she knows how to bullshit.
No. That the other thing for that, like, right away, she's like, where RFK, like, didn't talk a ton.
She's good at, if you try to interrupt her, she's good at continuing her sentence without being interrupted.
Yeah, she's definitely did good.
She's calm, cool, and collected. No lie, Tulsi Gabbard is the next president of the United States. If everything goes well, like if there's no terrorist attack or anything big, she's the next president of the United States. It's easy. It's easy. She is so good at handling the pressure. She's good at handling the pressure.
And she's a Democrat, right?
Yeah, she's a Democrat first. She only left because the party fucked Bernie Sanders over. She was like Bernie's biggest like supporter, like going all around the country for Bernie when Bernie was running for president. And yeah, and then they fucking scrapped Bernie for Hillary Clinton, and she's like, fuck this. Because she was all about not going to fucking invade other countries. And Hillary Clinton was all about going and invading other countries. And then Tulsi...
So I see the...
What?
You go.
Tulsi said some things that they tried to interrupt her numerous times because she was ripping about the United States was doing this over here and doing this over here. And I'm like...
I can't wait, bro. The first part I seen was dope.
Man, it was so funny.
Talking about Snowden when I was watching, and it was so funny, bro.
Bro, the number one subject is Edward Snowden. In 3 hours, the number one subject is Edward Snowden. That's what all the senators want to know about Edward Snowden. They are scared of Edward Snowden. It's been 10 fucking years. It's been over 10 years. They're scared of fucking Edward Snowden. It's been almost 15. And they're that scared. They're that scared that he has information that's still currently relevant, obviously. It's so funny how scared they are of Edward Snowden. And I wanted him to get a pardon, and I see now he's never getting a pardon. After I watched it, I noticed, the United States will kill him. He can't come to the United States.
Oh, buddy. That's what I was thinking when they were talking to RFK about, maybe it was the start of Tulsi. I thought it might have been RFK. I don't think they talked about him in the first one. But, and I'm like, that was my first thought. It's like, bro, he won't come back here. They'll kill him.
Yeah.
He won't come back. He's smart enough to not come back here.
I'd love Julian Assange to come back, but I definitely know that Edward Snowden could never come back. Even if he got a pardon, he can never come back. The intelligence agency clearly fucking hates him. It really
hates him, bro.
It really ruined them, clearly.
It showed in these last fucking 4 hours I've been watching.
It was fucking funny.
They hate him, bro. Also had is it Warnock?
Warnock.
That might be the black guy that was in the RFK one.
You know what sucks is the stream I watched it wasn't like the Tulsi one where it showed everybody. It just focused on RFK the entire time pretty much.
Oh, the one I watched wasn't like that.
My camera was focused on RFK pretty much the whole time. So that's why I had to look up the Wyden guy, and I knew most of the other people. Raphael Warnock?
Warnock. That guy's a bum, bro.
What was he saying?
He was trying to show so much disrespect to fucking the way he was talking
to RFK?
Yeah.
What was he saying?
I forget, but the way they try to like put things in their people's like, they're asking him like an intricate question, and then they want a yes or no answer, and when he doesn't give a yes or no answer, they're like, okay, so yes.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, this is the dumbest shit ever. And what, they could say no, and they're not allowed to have it? Like, is that what this is trying to get at?
What?
Like, they could be voted out and not get the job, these two? Like, is that what this is for?
Yeah, I want to say, like, I know on one person there was, like, 99 people voted, and, this guy sucks, but Marco Rubio, I think he got a 99-0 vote. Like, every senator in there voted for Marco Rubio to be he will work with Tulsi Gabbard. I forget what his position is, but it'll be, like, they both work together. Like, he's the foreign fucking international fucking intelligence person.
This is a bipartisan vote?
Yeah, like Democrats and Republicans all vote. All the senators vote. These are the toughest ones. These are the ones.
How do these people get in?
What do you mean?
How do these people get in then?
They got to. There's more Republicans than there is senators in there.
Democrats to say?
Oh yeah, there's more Republicans than there is Democrats in the Senate. That's the advantage of this Trump regime right now. Is there's more Republicans in Congress, more Republicans in the Senate, more Republican, and like
why?
Because they won all their states. It's so confusing. It's like as if Doug Ford senators are Doug Ford. They run the state.
Okay.
They have the final call in their state. So that's why these people are more important than the Congress people. But they run for election as well. Like, so like out of all this.
Dude, where is Elizabeth Warren out of?
I can't think of where she's from.
New York, California? Let me look. United States Senator.
She sucks. After watching that, I'm like, nobody should ever vote for you for anything ever. After watching Elizabeth Warren.
Have a little temper tantrum?
A stupid fucking bitch. I watched this other bitch have a fucking temper tantrum on Tulsi Gabbard today. She fucking fake cried about her kid with Down syndrome or special needs, and then all of a sudden finished her 5 minutes and wasn't crying whatsoever. Wasn't crying whatsoever.
Massachusetts.
I heard Stephanie McMahon, you know her? WWE, WWF. I heard her talk to Pat McAfee. I don't know if it was yesterday. And now that was when she said something. She told a story, and that was sad. What she said about a kid that she like helped. That was one of the first. I think maybe the first Make-A-Wish kid ever. That was sad, and she meant it. The fucking bitch on the fucking hearing panel today. yeah, your kid has special needs. It was a show. There was no way that she could have went from the crying to enraged. She finished her 5 minutes enraged at Tulsi Gabbard. It was like, holy fuck, your little sob fucking thing didn't fucking work. Like, it was fake. It seemed legit. I was like, damn, that's tough. That's a tough. Oh no, it was RFK's. It was RFK's day 2 hearing is what I was watching, and this woman. I wonder if it was the Hassan woman, because she's a fucking bitch too. There's so much hours to watch of this. Plus, I need to watch other things, and I only have so much time in my day, and I have to watch it. I can't. I have to watch some of these.
Yeah.
Some of these.
I got it running at work. What, like the YouTube video? But I seen a clip of the second one today, I guess, of RFK. Because I seen it before I even watched it. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see Bernie go at Bernie like that, bro. Him and Bernie go at it.
Day 2? Bro, did you see him go? Did you see Bernie going at him for the onesies? Day 1 onesies? Oh my god, bro.
And they're $26.
Bro, hey, what a good endorsement that was for that company. I bet you the traffic on that website was crazy yesterday for those onesies.
Sold out. Bro, in the clip I see, RFK calls him out for accepting money from from a pharmaceutical companies or something like that. Bro, and Bernie snapped back at him. He's like, no, I didn't, bro. And then and I just see the clip, and I was waiting to see it in the first part, but I guess it's the second part.
Because that's what's funny is, after day 1, going into a day 2, then RFK gets, like, he has people, right, that are doing research on these senators from their questions and comments from day 1. So they're like, okay, now we're looking into this person. Now we're looking into this person. They're doing all these homework. RFK comes in day 2 with ammo, and he's like, "Oh yeah."
That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
Like especially the Tulsi, bro. Like that one guy to start.
Oh.
Like even RFK, like that's all they're doing is they're just.
Mm-hmm.
Saying we don't like you and talking shit about you. We don't like you and we're going to talk shit about you. And then there's a couple in there on each side. Well, I didn't see the Tulsi one for sure yet, but it started off with good ones.
Yeah.
But, I think there was a couple of RFK good ones too, but mostly hate.
Isn't it yeah, I know. The majority is so much hate, but isn't it funny that fuck, what was I going to say about Tulsi? Isn't it funny?
No, all I know is that this. Oh, go.
No, go ahead.
All I know is this shit just makes me like, bro, we're paying these people to do this.
It boils my blood. It boils my blood.
Bro, this is what these guys are getting paid to talk shit to each other.
Like it's so crazy. They, the how good, like Tulsi passed all these background checks. You know what I mean? The biggest complaints about Tulsi Gabbard the whole time, and I remember telling my mom, like, hey, watch what they're gonna do to Tulsi Gabbard. And this is when she joined Trump. Like this is months and months and months ago. I was like, when she joined Trump, I was like, I know what the Democrats have accused her of in the past. I was like, this is it. Russian agent, a Syrian agent, fucking every country she's ever been to, she's an agent of it. I'm like, hey, but she was the Congress she's been in Congress fucking working with these people. She's been in the Army Reserves for 20 fucking years. In the entire time, she's been in the Army, so she's been taking background checks, but somehow, and she works for the government, but somehow...
5 FBI background checks.
Somehow, while working for the Army and the government, she's an agent of all these countries because she doesn't want to invade and fight these countries. So they're like, oh, you must be an agent of that country.
It's insane, bro.
It's like, bro, she wouldn't be able to be allowed to be an agent for all these years. For I want to say they started saying this about her in 2016 or 17. I swear they've been calling her a Assad puppet. They've been calling her an Assad puppet fucking for 8 to 9 years. And they've been calling her an Assad puppet. While she is still currently in the army, was the congresswoman for Hawaii. Like it's insane but that's the number one complaint, that you're an agent for all these while you work for the government.
While we're employing you.
Yeah, while we employ you and we allow you in our army. Like so if she was actually any real threat, you would not allowed to be in the army.
The dumbest.
And then and they just want her to say Snowden's a traitor so bad. And she just keeps saying he broke the law. But Ederson, he broke the law.
But he also revealed bad shit about what you guys are doing.
He shouldn't have revealed the information the way he revealed it. Like,
it's fucking funny, bro.
When they would read off some of the things Tulsi Gabbard has said, I'd be like, yeah, that is what happened.
I haven't seen I haven't seen enough of it yet. But even the RFK one, bro, they were reading off some of the shit he was saying. I'm like, 100% he said that. Like, I don't recall saying that, or I didn't say that, bro. You definitely.
Bro, did you hear the first guy in the Tulsi thing? I think that was Tom Cotton. And I was like, yo, I know. He's like, I didn't support overthrowing Gaddafi and Mubarak in Egypt. He's like, I voted no or whatever. I was like, bro, that's how we're starting this thing? Like, we actually did. We actually did support the rebels overthrowing Gaddafi.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for admitting it for us right at the start of this hearing, because that's fucking Hillary Clinton, Secretary of State, fucking at that time. And bro, it's insane how funny it is how many times Obama gets brought up about the shit he was doing. Nobody ever in the news talks about the shit Obama was doing. It's in the Tulsi fucking hearings.
Good.
Overthrowing Gaddafi and all those people and wanting to overthrow Assad 10 years ago, Tulsi's like, that was Obama's plan. And I'm like, bruh, like, how funny is this that it's getting exposed during this? Because the news will never, ever, ever say that. Ever. When Trump would say, Obama funded ISIS, bro, nobody says that in politics. Nobody tells the truth like that. Tulsi killed it. Wait for that. But I can't wait to even more of this. I bet you the day 2 RFK is way more heated. I've watched maybe an hour and something.
Damn.
Because, bro, Fauci, like, why Fauci, like, RFK should just say, hey, what about while Anthony Fauci was head of NHIS, they were putting dogs in boxes with their heads sticking out of a hole and putting sand flies in there to eat away their face. The U.S. government was funding that. Putting dogs in see-through plastic boxes and then their head through a hole into another plastic box, and then they put sand flies in there and it eats their face. Those sand flies eat their face. That's the fucking stuff that under Anthony Fauci's regime.
So fucked.
I read all about Anthony Fauci. It'd be interesting. He should 100% be subpoenaed, and I want to know all about Dallas Buyers Club and the AIDS crisis. Let's go back over all of Anthony Fauci shit.
It's that bad of stuff.
Oh, it's that bad of stuff. The studies they do. The dogs, bro. The beagles. That's what got me booted off of YouTube. My one episode is medical information, but it's maybe he didn't sign off on it, but I know 100%. While Anthony Fauci was the head of the National Health Institute, they were putting beagles in boxes and having them killed by getting eaten alive by sandflies. They fund insane experiments. Remember Johnson & Johnson? They said it was part of the times, right? When they would do their stuff, when they did their asbestos experiments.
Yeah, in the fucking jails.
Yeah, when Johnson & Johnson did their asbestos experiments, they just chalked it up to that's just the times. It was just the times. And I guess Anthony Fauci will be like, if he gets subpoenaed, it was just part of the times. It was an accepted practice at the time to put beagles in boxes. It's insane.
That's so bad. That needs to be put everywhere. That needs to be put everywhere.
I know that was happening. There's no way that you can't pull this episode down. Here, that 100% was going on. What was I gonna say? Bro, they brought up Havana syndrome.
What's that?
You never heard of it?
Havana.
It's been like suppressed a bunch because they don't. I want to say, in my opinion, the United States fucked up their own people. I think they were doing something to Cuba, experimenting on Cuba, and the people that lived in Cuba, like the Americans that lived in Cuba, because they had like an embassy and stuff there. I think they got hit with whatever they were doing to the people there. And it sounds probably insane and wild, but you know, like the different type of tech and weapons that people believe the government has. And they always use it for weapons, right? Like if you develop a new tech, we got to figure out how we can weaponize it. So I'm pretty sure some kind of waves of some type are making people like an insane ringing in their head and like heating them up kind of deal. Like it's pretty fucked. It's making these people go crazy. It's like, what was interesting is Tulsi said, I believe they're unsure what's causing it. And then the fucking senator says, well, we're going to have a classified hearing and we'll have to like give you that information or something like that. I'm like, what? One of the first people I heard, which makes it harder for mainstream people to take it, is Tucker did a thing because people aren't talking about it. Something's happening to American soldiers and their families that were stationed in Cuba.
What the fuck?
I know.
Like, what the fuck?
I know. What other kind of things have I heard recently?
Do I have any pictures? Let me see if I got any pics.
I got a climate change thing on my episode from yesterday. I said it was going to happen.
You know how Robert De Niro's made a bag lately?
Yeah.
In 2016, he was on the news, on live TV, saying that he doesn't trust the vaccines.
I can't hear the
In 2016, he was on the news on live TV saying he doesn't trust the vaccines on a morning show or something like that.
I know he hates that clip's out there.
Yeah.
I know he hates that clip's out there. This is
One
no
of the
good.
pictures I got one of the, I got a screenshot of this in the year 2000. In the year 2000 there were 9 countries without a Rothschild-owned bank. It seems like we've gone to war with a few of these countries.
Well,
Afghanistan, Iraq, Sudan, Libya, Cuba, North Korea, Iran, Syria, Venezuela.
bruh. Hey, send me whatever that is.
It's just a picture of it, though. Like, I'll send you the picture.
Yeah, send me the picture so that I can go and look that up after, because I think that's amazing. That's amazing information.
I followed this guy after. I think I followed him on Instagram after. Thought that was a funny one. I'm like, huh.
Into my information. Nice. That's a good addition.
I was looking up the Jewish calendar, though. It's interesting.
Bro, did you hear what I said that recently? It's insane, bro. The
Yeah.
Jewish calendar is crazy. When I was looking up Benzion, BB's dad,
Father.
yeah, and when you look at like the Israel Times and Haaretz and stuff, they put the year 5000 whatever. It's so confusing.
Well, it pisses me off.
Their stuff, it's a whole different world.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty crazy. Let me see what I got going on here on some notes. Oh, bro, did I send you this? The small Roman solid silver amulet?
No.
Oh my god. I suggest everybody goes and looks up the small Roman solid silver amulet. It's a 1st to 2nd century AD. You'll notice right away. It's supposed to ward off evil as reminders of the separation of earth and the divine. Bro, you need to look this up after I send my brother it, because I need him to
Need a live reaction?
see this first, and then I'll try to show the camera. I just happened to stumble upon this.
Why am I not seeing it in our chat? But I got it on my other phone. Oh, what is the meaning behind? What's the meaning behind this?
It's
Why is there a Jew?
it doesn't say that. It says small Roman solid silver amulet of a grotesque head and exaggerated features, circa 1st and 2nd century AD. He has a long nose, high cheekbones, and a receding forehead. Grotesques are used to ward off evil as reminders of the separation of the earth and the divine. And,
Little Jew heads.
bro, did I die laughing
It
when
looks
I...
like a Jewish Dracula or something.
And it's hilarious. Which, yeah. At that time, yeah. At that time, the Romans booted the Jewish people out of Israel. At that time. So they definitely had... this is what they thought of them.
Evil little... That's what it looks like, an evil Jewish face, right?
I saw it and I was like, oh my god, who made this anti-Semitic picture, anti-Semitic amulet? I was like, these anti-Semites, I condemn them. I didn't even have to read the description, and I knew what that was. And I was like, who would make this? And then I read it, and it says Romans 1st to 2nd century. I'm like, yup, that is the time that they would make something like that. From what I read, the Romans were tired of them at that point. They were done with them. They had enough of them. Huh?
When I see that, I'm like, that looks like a sneaky little.
It
looks like he's got sneaky, devious eyes on it.
Sneaky.
Yeah, bro, that thing looks devious. Ready up? He's up no good.
Up to no good. That guy looks like he likes money.
Yeah.
That guy's gonna steal all your money.
Yeah. That thing's gonna ward off evil. That thing is evil.
Pretty crazy, eh?
Funny as hell.
I seen this. Did you see this? Toronto District School Board to rename schools linked to alleged oppressors for student well-being. So if they think that they're about to do that, or we're about to remove the names of everything everywhere. You know how many, if you want to go and pick apart everybody's life, bro, nobody's perfect. Nobody will have a name on anything.
Is it that Chinese girl that's doing it? In Toronto?
Who knows? You know what I mean? The pressures and money from who knows and like result in these stupid things.
Okay.
Stupid lobbies, you know what I mean? Activist lobbies and stupid fucking people funded by whoever fucking do stupid things like this. You got to be like Dad and never give up on the names of things. Like Dad always, well, he could call it Big V.
Yeah.
You have to just never give up on things. Like, what other things that you just never... I guess the Twitter X thing is the hardest, right? It's been a couple years, but...
That one sucks. Aunt Jemima, that one's tough.
Miss Butt, like to call something the new name of it. The Redskins. Like there's one is the Commanders Redskins.
Yeah, I've never really said the Commanders. I don't think ever.
It's so weird. If I even say it, I know, and I like in my head when I'm like saying it, I'm like, I think of Redskins. Like I should be saying Redskins. And it's only really been this year because they were like winning. I was talking about them, but they like I only have Washington Redskins jerseys. I have a Santana Moss Washington Redskin jersey. I have a Clinton Portis Washington Redskin jersey. I have a another guy, I can't think of his name. John Riggins Redskin jersey, not Commanders jerseys.
You see JJ Watt on the Pat McAfee?
No. Do you like him?
Redskins.
He was saying Redskins?
Yeah. They were talking about that, and he's just like, so if I got drafted in 1997, what am I supposed to say? I got drafted to the Commanders? He's like, no, I got drafted to the Redskins.
Huh.
Pat McAfee's like, okay, we know your take on that. It's funny. But it's like, yeah, some of those are hard. Because it's live. We're in the middle of it live, and it's a comment that you say.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you say it once a month. Like I don't ever say the Redskins really, but people that talk football, they say that shit all the time. It's gonna be so hard to ever change it.
It's just like retard.
Yeah, like I have to say it.
You know how hard it must be for like anybody our parents' age to get that out of their vocabulary when they just grew up with that.
Yeah.
Though, do you know the toughest one is not calling native people Indians?
What are you supposed to call
They're not Indians. That's the wildest. There can't be fucking two Indians. Like the Indians are the fucking people from India. Like they've been there. They were the Indians. They're India. They're literally called the country's fucking called India. No, they're the Native Americans or the Native Canadians or the
them?
indigenous.
They're fucking calling them that.
The native, like
So
the native,
long.
the native people. But you calling them the Indians, like that. I wonder if that will ever stop here, because people, I still will hear people call them Indians, and I'm like, they're not in like.
Why do we call them Indians?
Because Christopher Columbus tried to go to India, and he landed in fucking North America, or he landed fucking in South America, really, down there. But
This is why we shouldn't even go off history. Who gives a fuck, bro?
they made a mistake. India had India was like booming. You know what I mean? India's been around for so long. That was the goal. Convince these guys from Portugal to let him captain a ship,
Fucking smelly India.
and he's like, "We're going to India." And landed in North America.
It was cold.
I gotta be honest. I don't know when Columbus Day is, so I don't even know what.
He has his own days, and don't we hate him? Is he a racist?
I don't know what season was.
Gotta be a racist.
He,
Gotta be a racist.
he's
bro.
just like the oppressor thing. Get rid of Christopher Columbus because he came, and they think he wasn't even the number one reason, but he's one of the more famous guys for getting rid of native people.
Did he have the right to? There was no laws back then, right?
There were laws, but like not for conquering.
that.
Not for conquering.
Exactly. So like, why do we even hate on it if it's like you can't go back on laws, right? You can't just like take a law and then go back on it. Fucking make a law and then go all the way back on it, right?
Up until
We just gotta accept it.
yeah,
Just like these trans kids.
I don't even know. I don't even know how to how to go about that topic of are you allowed to just conquer lands? Because they did it forever until
What I mean, there was no laws back then.
they did it forever and it's not that you were allowed to do it, but they just did it forever, and then they just kind of put a stop to you're not allowed to conquer lands. They never put a stop to it because Israel's doing it.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't really know. They've never stopped allowing conquering of lands, but they've never. No sovereign nation has been invaded since World War II. That's what they'll fucking say because they'll say Palestine's not a fucking sovereign nation. Russia didn't, or until Russia invaded Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's what they'll say. But it's not true. And Israel has slowly been invading, and they just yap about Iran here on all of our stupid news and media and how they're such a threat because that is the last piece of the puzzle. Israel, the only way Israel will stop is if they get Iran. But you want peace in the Middle East? Israel needs Iran. I don't want that, but that's how you get peace in the Middle East, unfortunately. And
Why?
because that's the final piece of Israel's puzzle that's the final piece of land they want.
Oh, they're getting it? Gee, I didn't know they were getting it. Like, they're getting it. If they want it, they're getting it.
It's been a tough. They've had a really tough time. I
with
don't
China.
think they will get it.
Really?
I don't think that the United States and
Because of our administration now?
no, that's not it. I don't think the United States and Israel will conquer Iran because China and Russia will never allow it to happen.
Why do they like Iran so much?
Oil.
We don't want the Jews having oil.
They're gonna have a ton because they're gonna have Iraqs and Iraqs.
They're taking Iraq?
I think they've already taken it.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's a bunch of bullshit. That's what that is. That's a bunch of bullshit over there that our tax money goes to.
We were dying.
Yo, did you see?
We're poor.
I didn't bring it up over the past 2 months because there was nothing on it. And I know for a reason because I know for a reason. They just got a person back here that was abducted by the Taliban in November. And I saw that this guy got abducted, and I think I might have mentioned it on here, but there was a lot going on. November 11th, this guy got abducted. Okay, you know how the Biden regime left people over in Afghanistan in 2021?
Yeah.
This guy in Canada, and he was like in the army, I think, before, and he's like a retired army guy, but he in 2021 he like went over there and started working with like a group trying to get people out of Afghanistan, and in November Taliban captured him, and he just got let go. Qatar just got like him released after like 2.5 months. Can you imagine, bro? This guy at work was telling me, this guy at work like knows this guy, and he was like, yeah, I asked him like, I was like, so like this guy has like a wife and kids, like, and got abducted fucking by the Taliban for 2.5 months. So like obviously they weren't giving any meat. Like I looked and I was looking on a tab and like there was just no information on it. And I get like while you're negotiating, you're not giving any information to the news, good or bad, because you don't want this guy's head chopped off. So but like it's great. After 2.5 months, Qatar was able to negotiate and get this guy released. I couldn't get any information. It just happened, so I couldn't. There's no real information on it. It's just like want to give like this guy and his family like some privacy and shit like that. But crazy that this guy got released. But this guy at my work told me like in November, and then I looked it up, and I'm like, and then I haven't heard anything about it. No news, and then boom, he's released, and I'm like, holy fuck, though. Can you imagine that, like, getting captured by the Taliban? Bruh. Right after I put an episode out about them chopping people's heads off for the past 20 years. And then this guy that's caught by the Taliban gets released, and I'm like, thank fucking God, because bro, I've watched them chop people's heads off, and it's so crazy, because you know that they were doing this stuff in the past, like experimental wise, taking people's heads off and seeing what happens, and people's faces still move, so it's real fucked up. Your brain is still working after you get your head chopped off because you got like shit firing in there, right? There's still energy in your brain, so you don't just like die instantly. Like it's a pretty crazy death. If someone gets decapitated, which happens a lot, like in the world, people accidentally get in accidents. So you know what I mean? Like 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 you can get your head from like just work. There's work things that happen, and but then your head is still moving. Your brain's still working, so your eyes are still working. So fucking insane to watch. I don't recommend it, but I've watched it, and it's insane. That's why I can't do like movies and stuff. Like that kind of stuff doesn't do it for me. I ruined things by seeing things in real life.
There's another plane crash, eh?
The last time you could get me was like The Ring. I don't know if you ever seen it, but like when I was growing up.
Yeah, I did.
And The Ring, that was before I watched people get their heads chopped off and stuff like that.
That was sick.
The original Ring movie. Watched it with Jake Deslett when we were younger, and it was on good old Brush Street, and that's the when I could actually be scared of stuff and like creeped out, I guess. But now I've seen way too much crazy shit. Bro, I seen a guy get hit in hockey the other day, like an insane hit, like insane. Like flatline, bro. Like it was insane.
That's how it should be.
What were you saying before I said that?
Another plane just crashed in Philly.
Today?
Yeah, just for like the last couple hours.
Jeez. I watched that helicopter one, like a different view of that, and that was like doesn't make any sense that it just kept going straight on while like it knew it had like it acknowledged that it saw the plane and it still just flew into it for some reason.
Yeah. So it crashed.
Bro, Kevin He. You know him?
Who?
Kevin He.
No.
Everybody should look up Kevin He's hit in hockey. And his suspension is being reviewed. Let me see how many minutes we're at here. I'm going to do a UFC picks. 2 minutes. Okay. You can't watch that hockey hit only one time.
What's his name?
Kevin He. I don't. He. Like a pronoun?
Okay. Like, what was it?
OHL. Just. I sent you it.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh. Buddy.
Is that hit?
I like to see.
That hit's insane, eh?
I like to see it.
I'm gonna end this here so that we can have enough space to do UFC pick episode. I'm gonna end this here real quick with Laura Silsby. You know Laura Silsby?
No. No, I don't.
She was always trying to abduct children from Haiti for the Clinton Foundation. Deuces.